Greetings and welcome, family, to a Saturday page of magnets, crystals, pyramids. We're going to have fun today. We're going to have another mystic, another alchemist, a magi on the show. World famous Brother Yosef will be joining us shortly. So I just want to say to all the audience who are listening now, and thank you for showing up in Atlanta. To all my brothers and sisters, we had a ball. It was a tight schedule. It was a Saturday. Special acknowledgement to Brother Rich, who is now known as Radiohead Rich. We had a good time seeing everybody. Sister Myra, Dr. B, Sirius, the twins, Red and Blue Pill, M. Shari. It was a beautiful Saturday evening. It was a tight schedule, though. I flew out Saturday morning from JFK, got there, and I just went right to Black Wall Street. Just want to acknowledge my co-host, picked me up from the airport, Brother Logi. He has a new book he has gotten published. He's going to be on in the future talking about his new book. The Jedis, the witches, the warlocks, they all got their magnetic ring of power, circulation, and pain removal. We took pictures and videos. We just had a great time. Didn't finish up until like around midnight. So I only had a chance to sleep a few hours. I had to be back at the airport Sunday morning to catch a flight out. And it was a snowstorm in New York. I think it was like 4 or 5 inches. And it's snowing now again. So by the time we got to JFK from ATL, they had cleared the runways. Let me tell you, I hadn't slept since Thursday, and I was exhausted. I couldn't wait to get home. Special acknowledgement to Sister Monique from Nicholas Bookstore and Cafunia. I wanted to be there, but the only thing I could do is do a beeline to my bedline. And I laid in that bed for 2 days because I hadn't slept from Friday night, Saturday night, lost 2 nights of sleep. I wasn't ready for that. So I want to thank everyone. Wherever you're listening from, family, people were from everywhere. Place is packed, sold out. Wherever you're listening from now, please put it in the comments so we can highlight it on the screen. Looking forward to bringing on Brother Yosef shortly. Want to do the opening invocation. So let's get started. I want to get a little early kickstart. So because I told him we gotta come on the show at 4:00. So I just want to get our incantation, our invocation correct. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Also, just want to thank Ascended Masters. I asked all the Ascended Masters to be there. Saint Germain, Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Simeon Toko, Sanat Kumara, Imhotep, Ptahotep. I was asking our Ascended Masters. Let me see who this is. Hold on a sec. Hey, that's George. He got some other. That's a Brother G. Special acknowledgement to Brother G in Pennsylvania. I'll get back to you, Brother G. We live at the show right now. Support Nicholas Bookstore right in Bed-Stuy, 1396 Fulton Street, 50 years in business. Her father started out in the trunk of the car selling. So you have a dream. You can manifest anything you desire, family. All right? Let me see what else. Yeah. Invoking Yeshua, Black Madonna. And put the faces up here. We thank and invite Yeshua, Black Madonna, Mother Mary, Mary of Magdalene. We thank Gatekeeper of Mount Shasta in Northern California, family. This is Saint Germain. This is how he wishes to appear in this skin suit. We thank and invite you. We thank and invite the latest Christ born in the Congo, Simeon Toko, who raised an army of bulletproof, muscle-bound black angels that chased the Belgians out of the Congo after turning over their tanks with their bare hands and leaping through the air like avatars. They tried to smoke him over 20 different times, from chopping and dicing his body into a whole bunch of mincemeat pieces, and he would reassemble in front of them. They tried to take him out over the ocean in a jet. This is recent, family. This isn't 10,000 years ago. We're talking about like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Okay? This is Simeon Toko. Look him up. They took him out in a jet to throw him in the ocean. He said, stop. The engines on the jet stopped. The wind stopped. And the jet was suspended in the air. And the Roman Catholic priest got on his hands and knees along with the air crewmen, and they begged for their lives. All right? Look him up. Latest Christ born in the Congo. Don't he look like a relative of ours somewhere in your bloodline? Another ascended master walked on water, flew through the air, bulletproof, hungry lion proof, giant bonfire proof. This ascended master, Sheikh Amadou Bamba, wrote 7 tons of prayers, some so strong that they buried him in the ocean, founded the city of Tuba. He is the one who is the keeper of the tea that I always speak of, the ancient Egyptian mystical rejuvenating tea, Kinkaliba. So Sheikh Amadou Bamba made sure the colonists, the French colonists, did not destroy it because the French said, this tea is incredible. They found out it heals everything except death. So we thank and invite Sheikh Amadou Bamba to be on the platform. We thank and invite Angel of Protection, Archangel Michael, to protect our family, friends, and loved ones. This is the master protection that you can invoke at any time, family. If you're walking in the path of the heart, you can ask Archangel Michael to protect you like deflector shields on your spaceship. Ladies, I've heard intervention of crises of various types and the worst imaginable, Archangel Michael intervening. One sister was up in Harlem and things was getting bad. She called out Archangel Michael, changed the whole situation. I ask Archangel Michael to always protect me while I'm on my 2-wheel 10-speed. And you can too. Invoke Archangel Michael to protect you, your friends, your loved ones, your wives, your girlfriends, your husbands, your boyfriends, your whole family tribe. Archangel of Healing, Archangel Raphael, we thank you and invite you. Archangel of Strength, Archangel Gabriel, we thank you and invite you. Archangel of Knowledge and Enlightenment, Archangel Uriel, we thank and invite you on the platform. We thank and invite Nikolai Tesla to be on the platform. We thank and invite Sanat Kumara. We thank and invite Enoch, the Ethiopian who ascended into the heavens and became Metatron. And for those of us that want to know what the shape of Metatron is, I'll show you. Let me show you what Metatron looks. This is the geometric shape of Metatron. That's it right there. This is an oversized prototype, family. Magnetic Metatron, flower of life. And when you put it over your chest, over your body, it rejuvenates. You could use it for massage. You can use it for pain relief. You can use it to magnetize your bath water. You can use it to magnetize your spine and your mind, because when you come in alignment with sacred geometry, by magnetic induction, your mystical, God-given abilities that you was born with rise to the surface, because we are living in a toxic environment that doesn't allow your divine geometry to be expressed through your physicality. So sometimes we need reinforcing of our sacred geometry. Now this one's too heavy for me. I was trying to wear this, but it was a bit heavy on my neck, so I didn't even take it to Atlanta. Listen, they cleared the table out. The Crystal Gun Shop. What's up, Tiger? The Crystal Gun Shop was empty from the oils. I thank you, family. I thank all the hugs, all the handshakes. And again, thank you, brother Radiohead Rich. Thank you, King Simon. King Simon, you know, he was in character, you know, being master MC. All of our drum masters were present. Got a chance network with, and we're also going to have on the show in the future, near future. We're going to have our brother who's a reader. He came by the table, man. He is a funny brother, man. His name slips my mind just for the moment, but you'll see him shortly, maybe within a week or two, you know. So let us do the opening videos, starting now. Let me just scroll over here, because you are the one who's going to make the difference, family. And me, I'm the Crystal Gun Shop gunsmith, crystal gunsmith, to make healing weapon grade amulets for you, to keep your circulation and to allow your invocations to be manifestations. All right. We got to have our sciences. Okay. And this is a very powerful ring. Let me put a little light on it so you can see. It's a combination inspired. You know, the gangsters and the royalty of Europe got the idea from ancient Egyptians. Now this here is carnelian, but when I put a UV light on it, you'll see the ruby that's inside of it. Look where the ruby is. You see that glow in the center? That's a ruby. And I got this idea from a photo of an ancient Egyptian ring, pinky ring. And it had ruby pyramids along the sides, and the top of the ring was a form of magnetic bar. And I was like, now look at this. This is where to get everything from ancient Kemet. All right. So let's start it up. Here we go. Welcome to being incarnated on planet Earth. You are now gifted with the supernatural abilities because of our planet passing through a sector of the universe that activates God DNA within every man, woman, child. You are the new keeper of the flames of love. You are the keepers of supernatural powers when you invoke I am. And you are the gatekeeper of miracles every day in every way. I salute you in the spirit of Ubuntu. Ashe Aho.
Magician, the lover in you. Every single day, we are called to walk in our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burden and anything that holds you back and take your rightful place. The battle is everywhere. It's right in your face. Let's go.
Welcome to magnets, crystals, and pyramids.
Success is your destiny. Love, wisdom, power. Remember always who you are. Yes, yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Love, yes, power. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Wisdom, power. Master. Yes, I am. Yes, love, wisdom, power. Yes, I am. Say to yourself, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Master. I am. Yes.
Okay, family. That's the invocation because repetition allows crystallization and manifestation. You are the gods. You are the goddesses. Thou shalt have no other God before me, before you. So without further ado, we're bringing on our mystic alchemist. Welcome to the show, Brother Yosef. Welcome.
Gratitude, gratitude. Thank you for having me, brother. Thank you.
Man, I was just saying, man, we had a party. We had a
Yes, we
party on
did.
Saturday, bro.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. It was a wonderful meeting. Wonderful.
Yeah, man. Who else did you see there? I mentioned a few names, but who did you see?
Man, it's a lot of people I wanted to meet, but I didn't get a chance to run into them. I saw Dr. Be Serious. I really wanted to meet him. I didn't get a chance to meet him, but I saw him from a distance. Well, but the people I met Brother A. Rashid, powerful brother. Met him. Met Brother B. Dell.
I saw A. Rashid. Special acknowledgement to A. Rashid.
Brother B. Dell, met him. Who else? Of course, brother Red Pill. I met Brother Blue Pill back in 2022. Always wanted to meet Brother Red Pill. Met Brother Red Pill. Their brothers was great energy. You know, I knew it was going to be. I think that's it. I think that's everybody I met. No, Brother King Simon. It was a pleasure to meet him for the first time. I met Brother Rich before, but it was good to see him again. There's a few people I want to see. Sister Myra. I didn't run into Sister Myra. I didn't run into Brother Billy. I didn't run into Brother Be Serious, but I saw them. You know, I didn't get a chance to meet them though. But I knew it was going to be a powerful event, brother, because when I walked in, the elders greeted me immediately, and I don't know who this older sister was. She started pinching my cheeks.
Oh,
you know
shoot! I don't know who that was. I didn't see that.
Yes. So it was wonderful, man. It was so wonderful, my brother.
Yeah,
it was so wonderful. So yeah, it was wonderful, man. Great time.
Yeah, I saw Billy Carson. He was set up across from me, man.
Okay.
Over, you know, so he has an open invitation to the show, you know, in the spirit of Ubuntu. So,
yes,
Brother Yosef, I'm going to acknowledge all the people in the comments by having their commentaries in the bottom because we got a packed house. So, just want to let you know that's what's going to be happening, you know, and family, wherever you are listening from, whatever city, state, country, off planet, if you're allowed, because I always say, Brother Yosef, we're being monitored by off planet intelligence far superior to ours.
Absolutely.
We need to, we got to be, we're like little babies playing with nuclear matches. We got to be supervised. What have you noticed, man? We just gonna flow, bro. We're just gonna flow.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know that.
Go ahead, bro.
That's my thing right there because I am an astral projector. You know what I'm saying? I haven't never been able to control it at will, but when I do it, I take advantage of it, and it happens to me about maybe 2 times a month if I'm lucky, but definitely every month. And I take advantage of. I've seen things that I know I can never say out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's gonna be a knock at the door. You know what I'm saying? How does brother know that? I've seen crazy stuff. I said some stuff on my Patreon. One of the worst things I've seen was I've seen children on a cargo ship. I've seen kidnapped children on cargo ships. I've seen that through astral projection flying around the planet. I've seen horrible stuff. I've seen incredible stuff. But one thing I'll say recently that I've been seeing is that in the skies, there are fleets and fleets and fleets of ships and they're waiting for something.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know if they're waiting on more people to get here, but there's been fleets and fleets of ships I've been seeing way above the clouds, way up in the atmosphere. They're just sitting there, and they're waiting for something. Something is about to go down. Something is about to happen. I'm all for it, whatever's going to happen, because it's time for a change. You know what I mean? It's definitely time for change, and I'm excited about it. And that's the main thing I see right now. I remember back on Brother Rich show, I talked about a mothership being above Antarctica, and they came out and said it on the news 2 days later. There was a mothership up in the sky.
Wow.
So I'm grateful that to have that ability. Like I said, I haven't been able to control it at will, but it's something that's been happening to me since 2014. But I am an astral traveler as well, so I get a lot of information from that. But we are, what I was told is that our hands have to be held, just like you said, brother. Our hands have to be held because we think we know, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know how to be with the Galactic family yet because we've been so traumatized down here. But the Galactic family is coming. They're here. And we have to learn how to live amongst the star family. You know, and we'll become part of the Star Nations.
You know, I believe what you're saying there, bro, because Men in Black, like the movie Men in Black, with Will Smith being seen all those different extraterrestrials. Listen, family, we got to get ready for people of all different colors, reptilian.
Yes.
And with knowledge greater than ours. Also, like imagine a person with a head of a octopus and a body of a horse. I mean, all kinds of stuff is out there. There's gazillions of galaxies. And we got to get over black and white and thinking I'm just a Negro, or that's a cracker over there, or you know, that monkey mind miseducation from the Rockefeller mind control education has got to get blown out the window.
Absolutely. And we have to be, and this is why I push cyber sorcery. You know, because we have to learn, and pretty much, brother, that's what you're doing with the crystals and the magnets. That's cyber sorcery, because the first computers are, and I've heard you say that on your channel before, the crystals are computers. You know what I mean? They are computers. They are living computers, and they know exactly what time it is. And when we work with them, we're tapping into that galactic energy and that cyber energy, because that's what the future, the computers we have here are nothing. Our ancestors didn't need all these keys and stuff. They can just pick up a crystal and do what they needed to do with it because they had the science. This is what we have to go back to. We have to learn how to tap directly into nature the way the Egyptians did it. They learned how to evolve with nature. You know what I mean? And some entities didn't learn how to evolve with nature. They just evolved through technology. And you know, I want to say this. A lot of people think technology is so bad, and it's not. Technology is good, but because everything is technology, even magic. Magic is nothing but technology that you don't understand. And when it comes down to it, you know, we have to learn how to do it the correct way because we've been taught the wrong way for so long. So I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about, I don't mind the world is in chaos right now and things are happening, because I know out of that comes a great change, and I'm ready for it.
You know, that's deep what you're saying. You know, I'm thinking about the space station. That's the two astronauts are stranded on the spaceship because the space station, listen, family, the space station is literally got two astronauts stranded because Boeing can't get a rescue rocket up to them, and they're floating around in space. Supposedly went up there for a week, and they're up there for, what is it now? I think it's about like 6 or 8 months, and their bones are dissolving while they're floating above. And then there's people on YouTube I found real fascinating with high-powered telescopes, and they could actually see the rotation of the space station above the Earth's atmosphere. Now, you know, you got some people in our philosophy say, yeah, the Earth is shaped like a dinner plate. Some people say it's shaped like a football triangle. Whatever it is, until we get airborne and learn how to levitate, which out of body travel, man. How did that happen? Because that's one step towards levitation, Yosef.
Yeah, I've been blessed to see a lot in this spiritual walk. I've been blessed to meet a lot of great spiritual people that some people never even heard of before, just incredible spiritual people. And for me, I did a lot of heavy spiritual work early in my walk. So I woke up, for those who don't know my story, I woke up in 2006, really. But I didn't leave the church till 2009. So I had to study to show myself approved before I fully walked away. But I became conscious in 2006, right before I got married. I had an experience with a deity. And when that deity touched my hand, I was obsessed with reading knowledge and getting information.
Wow.
And I worked. I didn't get any special powers during that time. I wasn't psychic. I didn't. I think I was blessed with the gift of research and information during that time. I had this burning desire to find truth, or my truth. I'll say, like Dr. Blair told me, there's no truth until you decide what truth is. But I would say from 2006 till about 2009, 2010 is when I started noticing something's different with me. And the first thing started happening was my dreams. I would start waking up in my dreams, and my dreams, just like we're having this conversation now, I'm fully aware. We call it the awakened dreamer. Some people call it lucid dream. And I was able to wake up in my dreams. That's the first thing I noticed, the gift that I think I had. My third eye started to open, and I started to wake up in my dreams. So now I'm talking to people, some scary, some interesting, and they're giving me stuff that I've never heard on earth before. You know what I mean? Then around 2013, 2014, I started to have an experience, and my Patreon members know this, but I started to go on a ship every month. Started to go on a ship, and they started to give me information. They would put things into. Actually stopped going in 2023. That was my last time going. And I looked at them and said, well, what now? They said, well, look, when the time comes, you'll know what to do. And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? You know what I'm saying? So astral traveling turned on for me from doing the work. I did a lot of work on my third eye. I did a lot of work with meditation. And I'll be honest, I don't do as much of those things as much today because I've come to, it took me to where I needed to go. Now I'm more of a researcher trying to give people the information, but because I've done the meditations and don't get me wrong, it's still useful and very valuable to this day. But because I've done the meditations and I've done the book readings and the yoga, even back in the day, I used to do yoga. Believe it or not, big brother Yosef used to do yoga back in the day. I used to mess with, I'm big into the mudras and stuff like that.
I remember.
I did all the work to exercise the energy circuits in my body, and something turned on. After started going to the ship, the last thing I would say that happened was my third eye went to a new level, and I started to see energy around things. Wow. This happened around 2014, and I started to see. I tell this story all the time. I was in Washington, D.C., and me and my wife was down there for a wedding, and we went to the mall area, and I saw this brother walk past me. He had a white T-shirt and jeans, and behind him in the air is another version of him walking. And I stood up and I started looking around like, don't nobody see this? And I started realizing I'm the only one that sees this. And I went back to home that weekend. I did security, and I was working, and I saw for the first time energy around trees. I'm like, what is going on? I saw a little squirrel come out of the tree. I saw a bubble around the squirrel. And I started realizing, oh my God, I'm seeing auras. And it's been turned on ever since then. So that's another gift I have. I can see spirits, I can see energy. And that all turned on from just doing the work.
Let me tell you, family, Brother Yosef has an awesome aura. You walk with a healing spirit, bro. Because when you came over to my table, I never saw I didn't see you till you landed in the chair, and I was like, oh shit, Yosef. I was happy to see you, and but his energy. Listen, Brother Yosef, if you go, I can see you having at your table. You could be doing quantum healings on people because your aura, his family, his aura is powerful, but it's like the Buddha behind you. You got this compassionate power radiating from you, and it was like a good vibe when you was at the table. And we got a lot of people, drum majors and people that's working it out, and they need to be literally getting your Buddha blessing, because you got literally, it's like you got this. I guess you got special acknowledgement to Lady Buddha, but you got that Buddha compassionate aura that's like calm power. And that's what it was like. I was like, yeah, we could sit here and talk shop, but you know how the day was rolling. What kind of healing have you also gotten testimonies from?
Well, I would say the first healing experience I had was a cat, actually. And me and my wife just got a cat. Brother Yosef, I was newly married. I wasn't listening to the wife, and I was like, I'm gonna go on the road and start trucking. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start truck driving. You know what I'm saying? The wife, you'll be good. I'll be getting this money on the road. And I didn't want to leave the wife alone, so I bought her a little cat. Little baby cat. The cat was so small, we used to put the cat in a little coffee cup. She used to look out the coffee cup, you know?
What?
She was tiny, brand new baby cat, right? My wife was in love. She was in heaven. So all of a sudden, the cat was dying. The cat's dying. It's just sick, sneezing. They're like, oh, come on back. We'll give it a few shots. We took it to get a few shots. Brought it back home. Cat still dying. So all the cat doing now is sleeping all around the house. So one day I came home from work. The wife just boohoo crying. I'm like, man, what is it? What's going on? She's like, oh, the cat's dying, and the cat's sitting in her lap. So I grabbed the cat in my hand. I don't know why. I didn't want to see my wife cry. So I held the cat in my hand, and I imagined green energy coming through my hands. And I took a deep breath and pushed all the energy I could into the cat. And I opened my hand, and the cat jumped out of my hand and immediately started eating it. And my wife stood up. She said, what'd you do? I said, I don't know. I said, I just wanted the cat to be healed. And the cat went to start eating, and the cat stayed with us for 12 years after that. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first experience with healing. But for me, I get a lot of testimonials on the information I give people. So I'll tell a person, try this, try this, try this. And they'll come back and say, look, Brother Yosef, I tried this and it worked for me. Wow. Or I did this work and it worked for me. Or I took your advice and it worked for me. That gives me joy. That gives me happiness to know that I'm helping a person heal their life. You know, so not so much of laying on the hands, because one thing I know for sure, and it did happen at my table, where a lot of people's coming, they wanted me to read their aura. And of course I saw auras. Some people's aura wasn't good. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Some people's aura was good. You know what I mean? It was decent. And I did that once before the show, and I was so drained before the show ended, because when you turn on your spiritual gifts and you just constantly using it, it can drain your energy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I knew if I did one reading, one sister set me up. She said, Brother Rich, you gotta come read my hand. I said, Brother Rich told you that? She said, yeah, Brother Rich said to come see you about my hands. So I read her palm, and she was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. I read her palm, and then somebody behind me was looking, and he was like, oh yeah, you do palm readings? I said, oh my Lord, here we go.
So, do me.
Right, exactly. So instead of selling my pieces, I would have been up doing readings all through the line. So I don't know, maybe in the future, y'all, just for the family, I may turn on and start reading people's auras. But be careful. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Be careful what you ask for. But right now, I'm more focused on just selling my jewelry and giving people information.
Well, what kind of jewelry you deal with, brother? Because you know you are literally family. I'm gonna say it right here. Brother Yosef is supernatural, and I'm not into reading. I'm into working with, like yourself. I focus on amulets, but the more I work with crystals, the more you get like acclimated to reading energy and seeing things that you don't normally have access to. And Brother Yosef, family, I don't look to do no readings, but sometimes stuff come up.
Oh, I think.
What happened?
Oh, there we go. I think it just came back. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yosef, I did invite Lloyd Strayhorn to do a drive-by because he got heavy into Lek Lai beads also. So, you know, we heading up that way, but we just giving you the family the overview. Have you ever done psychedelics, bro?
No, but everybody want me to.
No, you already there, man. Because that all it does is open up the windows. And if you have access now, you know, that's what it does, so that you can talk to trees. I mean, you know, see ancestors, get the whispers from angels or ascended masters. If you have that already, or you can hear your organs, you don't need to take the psychedelics, because there's a lot.
Let me say this, brother.
Let
me say this real quick. There's a herb I tell people to take called haritaki. Have you ever heard of it?
Yo, you the one turned me on to it. I got it in the kitchen.
The haritaki is incredible for those of y'all who don't know. It's an incredible herb, and what you'll see, the medicine Buddha, it's so powerful. The medicine Buddha is holding it. It's the only herb you'll ever see him holding in his hand. Wow. Right? They call it the king of all herbs. Wow. Haritaki. Okay. When I have to be careful taking Harataki because I'm already open. So when I take it, like if I want to go meet a dragon, if I want to go some serious high level magical stuff when I go to sleep, I want to go talk to Merlin, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll pop a Harataki before bed because what Harataki does, it takes me even deeper and I'm even more lucid. I have more power in my dreams. It's like it opens me up more in my dreams because I'm already a lucid dreamer. So when I take that, I got to be careful because sometimes I have a hard time waking up. Sometimes it's hard for me to wake up if I take too many Harataki. You know what I'm saying? So I take one when I really want to have an experience to have a push through. So that's as far as I went with, because you know, Harataki is slightly psychedelic. You know what I'm saying? And if you take a lot, it can affect your third eye in a negative or positive way. But if you take 1 or 2 a day, it'll slowly actually open up your third eye. Especially when you mix it with looking at candle flames, and you mix it with looking at, you know, that's a powerful third eye meditation. For those who don't know, you can simply light a white candle in the darkness and just stare at the flame that can open your third eye. And if you do that, it will really take you to the next level, the third eye to the next level. So Harataki is the closest thing I've got to psychedelics, but that's enough because one time, and everybody know this story, I took some gummies, you know, and I took too many. When I tell you I was gone on a whole, and I realized I don't like not being in control of myself. You know what I'm saying? That's a scary. Now I know now that's one of my worst fears is to lose my mind, like and not be in control. You know what I'm saying? So so yeah,
I agree because there's herbs out here, and listen, Brother Yosef, we got a high. Have you noticed a high percentage of our woke folks are kind of like mentally challenged?
Yes.
Listen
absolutely.
close, family.
Yes,
ahead,
yes, absolutely. That's something I you know, oh man, you opened up a door with that one, brother. Because I have they come to me by the boatloads, and I have to tell them to bring it down because they're too open. Like I understand you want to be spiritual, but it's more I'm noticing people who's mentally have mental issues and they're trying to get into spirituality. They're more doing it to get saved. Like they're trying to get saved from. They know what's wrong with them, and they're trying to come back. And a lot of times they think that Brother Yosef is going to bring them back. And the medicine Buddha told me a long time ago that mental illness is one of the hardest things to heal in the universe.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why is because it's not just the mind, it's the soul. The soul is broken. So you have to literally repair the soul of the person. This is why this is where psychedelics come in. Because psychedelics is powerful for repairing the soul and bringing a person back. You know what I'm saying? Because and so some people think I don't like mushrooms. No, I have nothing against mushrooms. I just know the consultations I get monthly of people who took too many mushrooms, or they'll actually take it too far one day, and they'll open a door in their consciousness that they can't close.
Yeah.
And I run into people like that a lot. So I don't have nothing against mushrooms, but I tell people respect the herb. It's a sacred herb. Respect it and take it easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can get lost in a sauce with that, with the herbs and stuff.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm glad you brought that up because I find that it's very important. And I don't go to nobody's church, man. Once I got out of the grips of Jehovah's Witnesses when I was like, 12 years old, but my dad said, man, this is bullshit. And then, he left the Jehovah's Witness ring. I just know that there's forces of nature that can assist. And one of the things from doing a lot of entheogens, Brother Yosef, the most is intention and humbly doing prayers. Talk to the medicine like, please, like Marvin Gaye, Marvin Gaye be pleading with the beautiful goddesses, please. You got to do it like that. So that and they're like, oh, you coming humbly. We'll take care of you. I can tell you, Brother Yosef family, their so-called priests and priestesses was humble the first ride on psychedelics. And the second one, they thought they were going to go in there with their, their priestly titles, and they got their ass whooped. Nothing worse than a psychedelic ass whooping, family. You rather get physically spanked than psychedelic ass whooping. they're like, I ain't never doing that again, because nothing can wipe out your ego than a psychedelic ass whooping. I got one. I went in there cocky one time and came out crying like a baby, Brother Yosef.
Man.
So, you knowing your limits, you absolutely correct. You got to know your limits.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, earlier you asked me what type of amulets and stuff I have. Now, this one here, family, is the one I was wearing at the event.
Man, let me make that. And, I saw that. That was
everybody wanted this. I think I had a copper. This is bronze, by the way. This is real 3D printed metal. So I 3D print the metal, and it comes out in a powder form. So this is bronze right here. And
you got a 3D printer?
Yes, sir.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I got two now. So
wow.
But I guess I have a 3D printer, and it's something I've been playing with, because I'm a very creative person. I'm always looking to take something to the next level.
That looks like a Cleon symbol, man. Where'd you get that download from, bro? that looks like something from zoo galaxies from somewhere, man.
So, this is the scarab beetle. This is the Egyptian scarab beetle.
Oh, yeah.
And I decided I'm going to be painting them eventually. I might or I might not. Some people like it raw, just like this. But everybody wanted the copper version. They said, "Do you have it in copper, brother?" So I learned this copper stuff. Everybody want the copper stuff. So
what part they want this copper? The disc? They want, what part do they want as copper?
Yeah, they want this in copper.
Wow.
So this is bronze. And I was telling them it's just as powerful as bronze, They like, no, we want the copper one. So, but people did want to buy this off my neck, a few people. So I do 3D print these in copper now. And where I got the idea from is, first of all, I saw Black Panther, the second one. And and what saved their race was a 3D printer. It 3D printed the magical herb. You know what I'm saying? When she had to remake the magical herb, she 3D printed that bad boy. I said, man, that's some powerful stuff. I wonder where 3D printing has gone to this day. And I started doing the research, and I started finding out all the incredible things you can do with 3D printing. So also in the spiritual world, there's ETs that still use 3D printing. They can 3D print all. I don't want to call it 3D printing, because that technology is something beyond that, but it looked like a 3D printer. And they can 3D print all kind of stuff, crystals, everything you could think of out of nothing. You know what I mean? So I decided to wake up and get a 3D printer and start playing with it. And I don't just make, here's another piece. This is bamboo, right away. 3D printed bamboo. Yes, sir.
Yo, man, that's how
this is 3D. So this is 80% bamboo, 80%. The stuff, the goo that comes out of the 3D printer is something called PLA. And if you research PLA, it is goo that is made from corn oil. So it's made from corn, like literally. So this is 100% biodegradable, 100%. You put this in the earth, it ain't gonna be there in 100 years. 100% biodegradable. So none of this is plastic, none of it. So this is all biodegradable. Also, I 3D print hemp. I take hemp jewelry and I 3D print hemp jewelry.
Yo,
I sold like one of those.
Of that, man. Let's see the front of it. The front of it.
Oh, yes. So this is something I've been playing.
Oh, that's hot, man.
Yeah, I've been playing around with some stuff. So this is orgone mixed with some gemstones. And this is just a medallion, you know what I mean?
I can feel the energy, family. If you could feel the energy coming off of that on the screen.
Yes.
That's hot, bro.
Thank you, brother. And this is
can you feel that? Put it in the comments if you can feel it, because I could feel the buzz from that, bro.
Thank you. And this is what do you call what's the gemstone called? Turquoise.
That's turquoise. It looks like even, what reminds me of turquoise? That's like a turquoise shield. It feels like it's protective and also helps to get rid of like pain and help regenerate. That's powerful, man.
Thank you, brother. I do have my own mix. When I do orgone, I have my own secret mix. It does have stuff in it like copper. I put iron in all my orgone, but I have two other ingredients that I kind of keep secret that takes the energy way up. And this is something. This was a big hit at the event. My unks.
Wow,
this was a big hit.
Orgone unk, right?
Orgone unk. And just to let people know, some of y'all know what I'm about to do. This right here is, let me show y'all this real quick, family. Some of y'all probably heard about it. Some of y'all probably didn't. But this is right here is, there we go. This is a life force generator.
Wow.
Excuse me, a life force energy meter. So I have a video. It's a private video. I haven't put it out in the public, but I might. Proving that this does not pick up anything that is plastic or dead. I put a strawberry on there, a piece of ginger, and it shows you the energy reading. Like prime example, like if you take this and put the Ankh in front of it, you know what I'm saying?
I got to get one of those, man. It can show.
It gives you the proof that your stuff has energy. Now, some spiritual items don't carry chi or life force. They carry a spiritual force. So you won't be able to pick it up with this, but you can pick up things that carry life force. You can prove that it has life force with this. It costs about $500, this thing here.
I'm gonna get one. Hold it to the screen again, family. For those of you, experimental life energy meter. You know me, and you're gonna talk shop after the show. Right? I'm gonna get one because some of our folks love to see meters and digital, whereas I use a brick. I use a brick for muscle testing, but there's a lot of people that love to see that, the meter. I can't feel nothing, but then you say, well, the meter feels it. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us about some people's reaction when they see the meter going off, but they can't feel it.
Oh man, most people don't even know. Most people haven't even laid eyes on this. Only my tribe and a few Patreon members saw this. I was going to bring it to the event, but I was scared to travel with this thing because it cost so much money. I said, no, I ain't going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it is an incredible machine. I recommend everybody have one if you make jewelry, just to test it. And this will help you become. Now, let me say something that's powerful.
Go ahead.
One of the first things I saw that I actually got from you, brother, I got from you, and I saw somebody else do it too, was you take the Tesla coils, and energy, and you charge that. Let me tell you, crystals absolutely loves that energy.
You're right.
They love that energy. It's like you having sex with the crystals.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The crystals are turned on when you wave that energy around them. So I found a simpler way to do it. Is I took the purple plasma wands, and you can actually empower crystals. And more importantly, let me show you guys this. This is my book called The Way of Radiance. And in the book, I shouldn't even be showing this, but I'm gonna tell you all the basics. But I have long story short, I have a spell in this book where I teach you how to make a crystal grid. Oh man! And I tell you to wave the plasma wand over it to activate the crystal grid.
We got to put up your banner, man. We got to put up your banner, bro.
And that's the book, The Way of Radiance. I wrote
this contact, man.
New Life Tools. You can go newlifetools.org for my books, for some of my products. These are coming soon, family. They'll be on the website soon. My medallions and stuff like that. newlifetools.org. I used to have a longer, but if you just type in newlifetools.org, everything will pop up. For my classes, I sell them on my tribal website. I have a tribe, and my website over there is Keowee Ministries.
Hold on. How do you spell that?
Keowee. Keowee. Ministries.org.
You know, Tesla wanted to be a minister.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Tesla wanted to be a minister. So it's interesting seeing the minister call for even the Jedis of various, And what's your Cash App, man? I'm gonna run this on the bottom so that people want to donate to your. What's your Cash App?
Thank you. Cash App is New Life, NULYFE 11.
New Life
11.
New.
So $ NULYFE 11.
IFE 11. And what's your Instagram?
Well, I'm let me see. I'm Brother Yosef on Brother Yosef 0 on TikTok, and on Instagram I am New Life _life_tools. So new NU_LYFE_ and then TOOLS.
Oh, okay. Well, let me check these in pieces because I'm gonna scroll this on the bottom, and you just check me if I
put this up for the family.
Right. All right, let me put it. What's that?
This is the Instagram.
New Life Tools, Brother Yosef. All right, family, you see it. You see it. Wow. What's some of the wildest stories? Give us some of them wild stories, because I know. Hey, listen, I got wild stories, but we want to focus on your wild stories. Tell us some of your oops, oh shoot, kind of stories.
Oh man. Oof. Okay. Let me think, man. I got so many. And then usually I share them with everybody. Let me think. Let me see. Usually people love my hell state stories, but like I always tell people, y'all don't know the trauma y'all put me through when y'all ask me to tell a hell state story. But for some reason, everybody loved those. So I will tell one of them. I told this one before, but I'll tell it again. And let me explain to people what I mean by hell state. In 2013. Well, matter of fact, let me tell this story instead.
Yeah.
In 2013, I had an experience with Baron Samedi.
You had an experience with what?
Baron Samedi.
What's that?
The god of death.
Oh shoot! Special acknowledgement to Brother Panic.
Yeah, this is so this is 2012, I think 2012, 2013. It might have been 2012, and this is the Haitian voodoo god of death. For those who don't know, I consider myself right hand path right now. I focus on the light, but back then I was crazy. I did everything. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I have hurt myself. Yes, I've done things I regret. Yes, I've made mistakes, and that's all part of the path of being a magician. You know what I mean? That's why I'm so good at telling people what they should do and what they shouldn't do. You know, because I've hurt myself in spirituality. I've hexed myself by accident. I've injured myself spiritually. Had to repair myself. Did some bad things I shouldn't have did some good things. You know, so I don't want to say I've done it all, but I've definitely been in this thing for a long time. So back in this time, I was very interested in voodoo. So I started doing some of the rituals and the practices. And now before this, I already had a stint with the god Anubis. I met Anubis. She was the second god I ever met. And he told me, he pretty much helped me for something I was going through. I wrote that in my other book, y'all, the book of Brother Yosef. So I wrote that book. That has a lot of my spiritual stories in it. So with that being said, I was up one night late, reading the ritual. I drew the veves on the ground. I'm in it. I'm in there, got the music playing, got the drums playing in the background.
Oh,
and I'm calling on the Baron, and I'm asking him for something, right? And then after I do that, I go to a few other voodoo deities, but I really wasn't focused on dealing with the Baron. I was trying to get to really Oshun, because she seems safe. You know what I'm saying? The voodoo goddess of love. I mean,
special acknowledgement to Oshun.
Not Oshun. I'm sorry, not Oshun. Urzuli. I was trying to get to Urzuli because Urzuli seems safe. You know what I'm saying? So let me deal with the goddess of love. But for some reason she didn't come. It was Baron Samedi. So I went to sleep that night. Grounded myself, got released the energy, went to sleep. Woke up that morning. Woke up astral projecting. So I projected on my body, and I went back into my office where I was doing the ritual. And as I walked in there, I had a picture of the Baron I had a poster of him on my wall. The poster started to vibrate. Wow. And I'm like, man, why is it doing that? That's weird. Out of the poster, you ever see pimps when they put their foot out? And then they swing the foot around, they let you know they got on the nicest shoe. That's kind of how it was. He put his foot out first and held it there for a second.
Damn.
And I'm like, man, what's going on? Who is this? Then he steps out from the picture, and the picture is only about maybe 2 feet tall. But when he comes out, he actually grows taller.
Wow. And
I'm sitting there looking with my mouth open. Here now I am standing in front of the voodoo god of death. So I'm scared to death.
That's hot, man.
First thing I think about is Mama was always right. She told you gonna mess with the wrong thing one day. You know what I'm saying? And here we are. You know what I'm saying? This man come to kill me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I did, but this is the end of my life.
This sounds like American Gods Part 2. Go ahead,
bro. This is real deal. Like I'm sitting there blown out of my mind. Like, this is nuts. I had just started astral projecting too. So I'm just now at the point I'm enjoying leaving my home and flying in the sky and trying to get into the Vatican and trying to get into, trying to do all the stuff that people don't see and don't know.
Wow.
I'm taking advantage of it, going to Japan, watching people walk down the street in the daytime over there, nighttime over here. I'm doing all this incredible stuff, getting information, talking to people. So now, newly to this, here come Baron Samedi. You know what I'm saying? And he's just standing there looking at me. He's floating in the air just looking at me. And I'm sitting there shaking. I'm scared, And he kind of turned his head like this is interesting, like, you calling on me, here I come, and now you scared, So all of a sudden his hat flies off his head. He has a top hat, for those who don't know. His hat flies off his head. It's on the wall, but it's in the wall. And out of the hat crawls two of the Gay Day. So one crawls out, looks at me, and blows wind in my face. All this wind is blown in my face. Wow. And I'm like, man, what was that? This is crazy. The second one crawls out and it blows fire at me. And the fire stays on my body for some reason. So I'm jumping around, screaming and yelling, And I'm noticing there's no pain. There's no fire. I'm not burning alive. I'm not burning up. I'm just surrounded by fire. And I'm sitting there looking at my hands. I'm looking at him. He just looking at me. And then all of a sudden, I fly back into my body. I wake up and it's morning time. And I never forget that morning as long as I live. I felt so amazing that morning. Wow. I felt like I could do anything. I felt like I got empowered. The next night I wake up, I'm in hell. Okay, whoa. I'm what people call hell.
You took the A train to hell, bro.
I'm in the lower realms. I'm in the lower realms. And Baron is teaching me things. He's showing me things. I'm learning about crystals. I'm learning about earth elements. I'm learning all these things. And then what he would do sometimes that would make me angry, he would just leave me down there. And I'm like, I don't want to explore. I don't know what I'm going to. You know what I'm saying? But one specific time, I ran into a deity that was a female jackal. She looked kind of like Anubis, but she wasn't a jackal. She was a cat goddess. But she wasn't Bast. She wasn't a goddess Bast. She was another cat goddess that wasn't Bast. She was somebody else. And she looked at me and said, you're a god, right? You can come here whenever you want. Wow. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that's about, but thank you. And I remember I kept walking down this tunnel when I ran into Anubis. This is the second time I met Anubis. And he was very tall. He's like 15 feet tall. He was blacker than the darkness. Wow. So he was sitting down on a chair, and you could see a dark image sitting in the darkness. That's how dark he was. Wow. His fur was so dark, it was darker than the blackness. He comes walking up to me. He bends down on one knee and said, little one, you can come here whenever you want to. And I'm still looking at them like, why would I ever want to come here? You know what I'm saying? Like, but thank you. And then I remember waking up. So that's my experience with the Baron.
Yo, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's my experience with that. So I remember a voodoo group contacted me after this happened. I told the video on YouTube. A voodoo group contacted me and said, we didn't believe that Baron contacted you. So we called him up. And he says, yes, I know Yosef very well. Whoa. And he said, because of that, brother, we're going to put you on our protection altar because we don't like it when people play with our gods. He said, but you are a person that called forth a god without being initiated. He said, so we're gonna put you on our protection altar. And as far as I know, to this day, I'm on that protection altar.
Wow, that's hot. Yo, man, this is like movie material. You know that, right?
Hopefully one day, that'll be dope to tell the stories. I can tell people stories that I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? Stuff I didn't want to say.
Yo,
I put it in the movie.
That's psychedelic. What you just said there. What you just said is psychedelic as a mofo. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, people love my hell state stories. I don't like telling them, but because I'm traumatized by it. Literally, like I've been through some horrible things. I've seen horrible things, and don't get me wrong. I've seen incredible. I've been to heaven before. I've been to what people call heaven. I've seen heaven states. I've seen stuff that's so beautiful that you never want to come back. You don't care about your family no more. You don't care about your kids. You never want to come back. You know what I mean? Because you start realizing how black and white, and that's the HD 8K HD TV up there, and you're looking at black and white TV. And you're realizing how much you're missing out on. When you're up there, you're like, oh my God, please, I don't ever want to go back there. And it's an illusion too. You know what I'm saying? But you come back, you got to come back and finish your work.
Yeah.
And that's what I was told. I was literally begging when I left. It's like, please don't let me go back. And they was like, no, you got to go back. You got work to do. You got to finish. I'm like, man, they told me, but I can come back when you're done. You can come back, Yosef. You know, so yeah. I've seen colors that don't exist down here, and I can't explain it. That's one of the oddest things ever. I could literally see the color in my head.
Wow.
And I can't tell y'all, you can't mix no color together down here to get that color.
That's
incredible. Can't mix a color together down here. Like that, it's a color that just don't exist in the spectrum.
I would have loved to had you and Brother Panic on the show at the same time. Did you ever meet Brother Panic?
I never met him. Never met Brother Panic.
Oh man, special acknowledgement to Brother Panic, wherever he may be. Hopefully he's listening in on somebody's laptop.
I saw Brother Panic after he passed. I had an experience with him. Yeah, I told it on YouTube, I believe it was. Yeah, I saw Brother Panic.
Go ahead, drop it again, because he's listening in.
Yeah, I saw Brother Panic after I got word that he passed, that night I went looking for him, and he was fully awake. He was still Brother Panic. Nigga this, nigga that, you know. And I'm looking at him like, well, so I have to give him the respect. As a person who did the spiritual work, no matter what side of the fence he did it on, I have to give them respect because he wasn't asleep like most people are when they pass away. Most people are asleep. They're confused. They don't know where they are, and they don't know what's happening. He was wide awake, and he was actually getting ready to build. He was building another body that he didn't finish in Earth. There was a body that he was building. I'm not sure exactly what type of body he was building, but whatever this body was, it's going to get him out of the astral plane. It's going to take him somewhere else. And it was a guy in there who looked almost like a monk or something like that, helping him get the body prepared. And he said, if anybody I was going to see, I knew it was going to be that Negro Brother Yosef. That's exactly what he said to me when he saw me. Yeah. And I'm like, man, I said, okay. So I said, yeah, bro, I'm here. He said, man, I knew I was going to see you. If anybody else, I knew I was going to see you. I said, yeah, man, I wish we would have had more time to talk. I never met you like that. I wish we had more time to talk, blah, blah, blah. But then he asked me to give him some energy to help him energize his body. And when I did help him energize the body, I woke back up. And that's the last time I saw Panic.
Wow.
So I believe he got what he needed, and he went to whatever dimension he was going to. But he was panicked 100%.
I believe that.
He didn't care about being dead. He actually seemed excited about it. And he did a quick. This is definitely Brother Panic here, man.
He did a quick flyby not long after he gave up his body, and he was happy. And I find that a lot of family, when they do the transition, they're happy. They're happy. Actually, I found some people are happier out of the body than in the body.
Yeah, I tell people, no matter what side of the force you deal with, if you did the work and you evolve to a certain level, I take my hat off to you, shout out to you, I bow to you. You are, you did the work. You know what I mean? So he did the work, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He did the work. And he got to a certain level. Like I said, his body that he was trying to build wasn't finished, but apparently it finished that night. And I never saw Panic again. I actually looked for him again afterwards. I couldn't find him. So, but yeah, Panic was the one who definitely dropped a lot of information for people.
Wow, that is awesome. Yo, I want to do a real quick commercial. I want to say too, my Cash App is NULYFE. So let me adjust it now. Hold on a second. Let me adjust that right now. Family, listen to what he's saying. Don't send nothing until you see this update.
I just noticed it on the bottom of the screen. NULYFE.
Okay, NU. Let me move this. New Life 11. Tell me if this is correct now. Let me just save it and then post it. New Life.
Yep. Let me see.
Let's get coming here. New Life 11.
NULYFE.
Oh, NULY.
Yep, FE.
All right.
I know it's spelled weird, y'all, but
yeah, well, so we can do things like that.
Okay.
LY.
Yep, NULYFE 11.
Okay, hold on. Save. Here it is. Tell me if this is correct.
Okay. Yes.
New life. Yeah, that's kind of jazzy,
And
snazzy, man.
the last thing is it's KioeMinistries.org, O-R-G,
Okay, let's see.
instead of .com.
Okay, Keo, newlifetools.org. And
So yep, NULYFE tools.org.
okay.
I'm sorry, brother. I
No,
apologize.
no,
I
this is
just
good. This is good. This is how we do
okay.
it.
So yep.
Ministry.org.
Yep, .org. Yep.
Okay, get rid of the com.
So KioeMinistry.org and newlifetools.org.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second. I'm just typing it in. Let me make sure I get it right. Do. Okay, now show. All right. How's that look now, bro?
New Life 11, KioeMinistry.org. Yes, sir. Yep. Looks
All right.
good. Looks
And then
good.
just make sure this scrolls because this you got a packed house up in here, bro. Brother
Yes,
Yosef.
sir.
New life.
So NUL. So New Life Tools is NU, just like my Cash App.
Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Let me NU
LY
NULY
FE
FE. Okay.
Tools. Yep.
All right.
.org.
I don't know how you get so much time to make tools, man. I find it's like you got to feel the urge to make them, and then
That's exactly how I have to be.
you too. Tell us
Yeah,
about
I
it.
have to be in a mood, or I just ain't gonna make nothing that day.
Right.
Yeah. But
Do you notice
I'm
the
grateful
moon?
that I still get in the mood. You know what I'm saying?
Do you notice the moon has an influence on your creativity?
It does.
Tell us
Absolutely.
about it.
Yeah. So well, I'm more lucid during full moons. I'm more lucid spiritually and energetically. Now, some full moons make me tired, and I'm thinking, okay, this full moon is trying to charge me. Let me sit down and get charged up. You know what I mean? And then other times the full moon enlivens me. You know what I mean? Like this past full moon had me a little drained. I was a little tired. But other full moons get me, like the wolf moon. The wolf moon we had it back in January. I was super excited, super powerful. You know, I was ready to go.
Right.
And I knew when I'm like that, a lot of creativity is coming out. But like even when I make the medallions and stuff, I have to be in a mood to even come up with creative mindset to even make stuff like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I like that, man.
Thank you. Yep. So I appreciate it. So yeah, this is something it just came to me one day. And sometimes I'll be up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning trying to come up with ideas and I got a process. I actually sit in a meditative state. I'll sit in there and listen to jazz music. You know what I'm saying? I love jazz music. So I listen to jazz music and I just sit there and for some reason it just comes to me.
Yeah.
Or I get lucky and I'll see something in a dream. I say, oh, I got to wake up and make that. I got to get up and get that, So yeah, that happens to me a lot too.
Hey, listen, family, this is when Yosef came over, even though it was a lot of activity, I did feel some kind of energy coming off your chest. And now that you're showing me what your breastplate is like, oh, that's what you had rocking. Did you put the Tesla to that too, man?
Yes, the Tesla. Yep. So this right here. So yep. So this gives off energy. So I tell people this. When you get and let me show y'all what's the reading on this one. This is about
that's hot.
Almost 40. Now 10, all you need is 10 to get a powerful chart. Like prime example, here's a piece of silver. Okay, let's put a piece of silver on here. Now, I did this on the video just to show people what the silver is hitting at. And the silver is hitting at about 20. I can't show it without it falling, but the silver is hitting about 20, y'all. Okay, it's hitting about 20.
Okay.
And so silver has some life force, but I tell people if it hits 10, that's good life force. So there's some pieces I got, and they only got about 10% charge, but it's giving off some type of life force. As a strawberry, if it's not fully ripe, you'll notice the energy is not as powerful. But the more riper it gets, the better it gets. And you hit that right point, the energy will be off the charts for a strawberry.
Wow.
Or a piece of garlic or whatever type of, thing you're getting. So I've noticed that too. I've tested molded bread. And for some reason, molded bread got a lot of energy on it.
Wow.
And that was really interesting. So I play with that thing. I constantly test stuff on it. You know what I mean?
What about
and
gold?
I got a lot of little secret tools I use.
Yeah. What about gold? You ever put a gold coin on there and see what kind of energy kicks off?
Yes. So gold has a spiritual energy. So same thing with silver. Silver and gold has a spiritual life force and a chi life force. So yes, gold gives off about 20 to 30% gold.
Wow.
Depending on the size of the gold as well.
And I use 24 karat gold when I make the Oregon beads.
Yes, and by the way, the necklace I got from you, my daughter has it on right now. She as soon as she saw it, she just gravitated towards it.
Yeah.
And she has it on right now, and she loves it. And I remember when I first grabbed your necklace, I got shocked by it. I was like, wow, this thing got some power to it. Yeah, yes.
That's amber and 24 karat gold in resin.
Powerful.
Gold flakes. And then I like zapping them.
Yes.
Yeah.
They definitely charged up, brother.
Yeah.
Definitely charged up.
It's fun to be in the lab. And tell the folks about what you have noticed, how it affects your pieces affect people without them knowing about it. In public.
So what it's going to do for you, whether you know it or not, is going to have an effect on your aura. You know what I mean? So if your aura is weak or it has holes in it, my medallions, especially the Ankh, oh my God, this Ankh end up being more powerful than I thought. And like I say, I play with different ingredients and I found out what works and what doesn't work and stuff like that. So when you wear something like this, your aura is going to be, if you have holes in it, it's going to close up. And how do you get holes in your aura? Bad medicines, smoking cigarettes, drinking heavy alcohol. These things get in your aura really, they can put holes in your aura. This can help shield your aura. It's going to give you tons of life force. It's going to be a level of protection for you as well. Now, my other stuff I sell, like my medallions, those are designed literally for spiritual protection. Like literally to block demons and protect you when you sleep and stuff like that. Those are more for that.
Now, have you noticed people who can't control their emotions and like to ride on the negative wave? How your amulet might have impacted them?
Yes, absolutely. Let me tell you a story, man. He might be watching this right now. I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyway. There's a brother I know who and look, if you watching this, brother, no offense towards you, I was gonna keep it real. He's in my Patreon, and man, people only knew the half of the stuff I hear, man. Like, I'm telling you. So I have a medallion. I don't have it next to me right now, but it's called the Divine Radiance Medallion. And this is my first attempt at a medallion, and it's probably my medallion that I've gotten the most reviews from. And what it is, it's the Gayatri mantra in the middle, and it has a torus field around it. Wow. So the mantra is being reciprocated in your aura over and over and over. Very powerful. Wow. I got police officers wearing this thing. They feel unprotected. All kind of stories come from police officers who wearing it, all kind of stuff, right? Yeah. So you're getting divine energy without a shadow of a doubt when you wear it. This one brother decides to put some demon oil on him. Okay.
Oh boy.
He was on some negative stuff that day. So he got up, got ready for work, and he decided to put some demon oil. I don't know why. But he got some demon oil from somebody on YouTube, and he wanted to put some demon oil on him. And the demon oil, at first he didn't feel it, But now he's on some, the negative polarity. It just is what it is. So all of a sudden he takes my amulet, he gets in the car, he starts driving, and almost has a heart attack on the side of the road. Ooh. He's trying to figure out, man, what's going on? Oh my God. And I'm telling him, bro, you're literally having a fight, a war on the inside of your chest.
Damn.
You got the dark forces fighting against the negative forces fighting against the powers of the light right on you. I said, brother, why would you put some demon oil on? And then try to put on a medallion that brings divine energy? Why would you do that?
That's wild.
Right. Now, I don't want to get it twisted. Demons are divine too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Divine means that they're godlike. You know what I'm saying? These are divine beings, demons. Angels are divine beings. Gods are divine beings. But the demons, their thing is destruction. Yeah. And it's natural because it's a part of nature. But their thing is destruction. So you got destructive forces fighting against creative forces inside your body. Why would you put that on?
He
That's
made
why
a
you're having a heart attack.
battleground. Wow.
Watch that, man. Take that thing off. Go home, take a shower, and put back on a medallion. And then he had no more problems. So that's a story of a person who was on some negative stuff and decided to wear the amulet while he was on, you know what I'm saying? That was that. You know what I mean? And I got a million stories. People taking too many Haratakis. They're in a psych ward, you know, and I'm sitting here like, this stuff is common sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't take 10 Haratakis in one day. You just don't do that. Why would you do that to yourself? You know why? Because people are lazy. They don't want to do no spiritual work, and they just want to have an experience. So they try, I'm going to pop these 10 Haratakis and pop my third eye open. And you're going to get exactly what you're looking for. It's going to pop it open all right. And you ain't going to be able to close it because the door going to be broken.
A lot of people can't handle it when it's opened, man.
Exactly. That's why I tell people, do the work and do it slowly and safely. You know, just like if you want to get muscles in the gym, you can't lift 200, 300 pounds right away. You have to slowly build your muscles up to get to that point. No, some people want to rip their muscles, so they're going to lift 400 pounds right away. And no good and well, they're not ready for it.
And blow their chakras out.
Blow their chakras out. People want it right now. You know, these young kids, and it's always young kids, I got to be honest. The young kids want it now. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to wait. They got to have it today. And that's the problem.
And that's a lot of times they end up in the insane asylum. Because
people have called me from the psych ward multiple times. I don't know how they got my number. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they got my number. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I've had people call me from jail, ask me to, hey, my boy gonna pay you to get me out of jail. I'm like, brother, what'd you do? You know what I'm saying? Hey, what you mean you won't pay? No, I'm not helping you get out of jail, brother. You know, I've had some of the craziest calls. I heard it all on the phone. And I can literally say that. I can't say I've seen it all in spirituality, but I've heard it all on the phone. And I'm not joking when I say that. I've talked to demonically possessed people. I've talked to people who claim to be vampires, people who claim to be succubus, living succubus and incubus, people who claim to be part of dragon families. I've talked to these people online, real jinns who watch my videos, and I've talked to these people on consultations from all over the world.
Wow. Amazing. You know what the most amazing thing that always stuck with me? I remember, I don't know if it was a brother or a sister, Yosef family. They said, why don't the good Christians and the people that have good hearts pray for the fallen angels? Pray for healing for the demons. And I thought that was like the epitome of compassion. Because, you know, you've been conditioned in the church like, oh, run from the devil, run from the devil. Instead of saying, you know, ho'oponopono, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. In the ho'oponopono, you created the demon.
Yeah.
You created the devil. So what's your take on that? Let me go full screen, man.
You know, when it comes to that, I believe that the demons, them being divine beings, they know what they're doing, right? We can pray for them, but at the same time, these demonic forces, you can't be mad at them for being who they are. They are parts of nature. They're natural aspects of nature.
Right.
That's why I never talk against the left-hand path. I have rules in my tribe that people can't mess with the dark side. But if you're not in my tribe, what do I care? You know what I'm saying? People can mess with the left-hand path. Yeah. Just know the truth that I'm the guy that everybody called when they messed up. For some reason, I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? When people mess with the really dark stuff, I'm gonna call him Brother Yosef to get it off me. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And I'm gonna tell the guy that telling people just don't mess with it. You don't need it to evolve. Right. You don't need the dark side to evolve. You don't need it. But it is a divine path to evolution. And if you want to, you can evolve on the dark side with the demons and stuff like that. You can evolve with them, but you have to be built for that. You have to have a teacher for that. You know what I'm saying? Or you will get messed up from it. Yeah. So that's the problem. Nobody wants to have teachers. Nobody wants to wait. They just want to read a book, try a spell, and they get messed up. Yeah. So I think when it comes to the demonic forces, they know who they are, what they are, and I don't think we can pray for them. We can love them and understand, and we can love them by understanding who they are. They're aspects of nature. We're not supposed to be against them because they're natural aspects of nature. Sometimes the Creator deems it worthy for a whole city to be decimated by a hurricane. And those tornadoes that come are demons. Those are demons. The tornadoes and the hurricanes and the earthquake. These are demonic forces, but they're aspects of nature. They're part of Mother Earth, whether people want to believe it or not. There's nothing nobody can do about it. The Creator deems it worthy, and that's what's going to happen.
You know what I find, Brother Yosef, and tell me if you find this true. I find the most authentic people hang out at the liquor store.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. Yes.
tell us about it. Tell us about it. Why is it the most authentic hanging out at the liquor store?
Yeah, the spirits is opening people up. You know what I'm saying? That have them telling the truth and got their mind open and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And yeah, you know, but you know, at the same time, you know, if you look deep into the etymology of the word alcohol, it means demon. Comes down to the word demon. So, and by the way, demon is a term that the Catholic Church gave to elementals.
Wow.
So a demon or a daemon is an elemental. I want to be clear on that. Just like a positive force is an elemental. So an angel is nothing but an element, a higher celestial element. A demon is a higher celestial element. But down here in the third dimension, a lot of these angels and demons manifest themselves as either creative forces or destructive forces. So we're talking about elements, you know what I'm saying? And people have to understand that these elements are something that's natural. I forgot what I was trying to go with this. What was your question you said, brother?
About the folks, the authentic folks at the liquor store.
Yes. So when you drinking liquor, you open yourself up to spirits. And sometimes these spirits are not always demons. These are just other people who like to drink. They're dead people.
Yeah.
And they're going to just like they hang around a liquor store. We hang around a liquor store. But what's happened is when people get drunk, they have this liquid courage, and they just opens them up to do. You know, some people can't function unless they drink a lot.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
So family like that, bro.
Yeah, man, and it's crazy. But it's like when they do that, it's like they be the most genuine people you ever met in your life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, real. I love you, man. Just want to tell you I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you never heard this man tell you he love you in his life. You know what I'm saying? Get a few sips in him. He's like, man, I just want to tell you you're a real person, you good person, man. And I love you, man. It's like, okay, where is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, that's how it is. You 100% right, man. And then sometimes they'll have an intellectual conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? Why they drunk? Yeah, so it's wild stuff, man. That's just them being opened up. You know what I mean?
Because I ride my bike to the liquor store, and I greet everybody like, "Yeah, what's happening?" Boom, boom. They're real authentic. And then when you get past them, here come the monkey mind stiffs. You know, the restricted folks. Like, I don't know you. You know, real tight.
Right.
It's amazing.
Absolutely.
So, absolutely. Now we supposed to talk about Lek Lai. How did you get into some Lek Lai beads, brother?
Man, this is how I got into Lek Lai. And there's people that never heard this story before. So years ago, me and a friend of mine used to always look for like amulets and like stuff that was really rare. We used to almost challenge each other and like have debates. This is like back in like 2010, 2011. Was it that old long ago? No, it might have been like 2000. It might be more like 2013. And we used to look back and forth for like amulets and stuff like that. And one time we came across a stone that I never heard of before, which I thought was rare for me at that time. But I was studying every type of stone there was. And it was called Leklai. So I ordered me some. And I remember when I first bought it, I had a necklace of it and I fell asleep with it. And immediately I started seeing this big black snake dancing in front of me.
Wow.
Like in my dreams. It was almost like the women who do the hula dances. It was like I heard the little flute playing, it didn't look like a cobra, but it was a snake. It was just dancing in front of me like it was hula hooping or something.
Wow.
And I said, what is this? So that's the first time I interacted with Leklai. And as I researched it deeper, I found out how, and by the way, y'all, this is a piece of Leklai right here.
Yeah.
This is rainbow Leklai. This is the one that has the rainbow hue to it, the rainbow aura.
That looks awesome, man.
Yes. Yep. This the back of it. You know what I'm saying? And you can get, sometimes there'll come with little spells and stuff in the back of them.
I'm gonna get mine. Go ahead, keep
and blessings, brother. Okay. And blessings and stuff like that. So this is and sometimes it look bubbly. You know what I mean? You'll get it, it'll look bubbly, but it's all about how they pull it out of the actual caves where they get it from, and it is a divine energy, this Leklai, and very powerful, family. So there's different aspects and different types of Leklai that you guys may not know about. Let me see here. That I want to tell you guys about. And I wrote notes down just so I remember to tell y'all. So the most obvious Leklaias are the all black Leklaias, which are the most famous, popular one. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I want
Yes,
to thank
sir.
you, Brother Yosef, because you got me into this. I heard you on Brother Rich's show talking about Lek Lai, if I remember correctly. And I was like, oh, shoot, that's the black one. And I went on went to eBay, Etsy. I even went on Amazon. And then I found that they like Tesla. They like getting zapped. And they do like, tell us how you feed them, man.
So yeah, you feed them with so during full moons, you can feed them you can put dabs of honey on them. Yeah. And not a lot of honey. Some people say, man, this one brother sent me a picture. He had a mountain of honey on this thing. And I said, brother, you're overdoing it. It don't want that much honey. You know what I'm saying? You can literally take a drop of honey and leave it on there until it disappears. Wow. And I've done it multiple times, and the honey always disappears. But this is the secret. It has to be in a sacred space. So you have to literally make an altar out of this thing. This thing is like a divine essence. It literally is. And I'm going to tell y'all what I call it. I call it dragon metal. I call Leklai dragon metal because of something I experienced in the astral world. And what I experienced was this actually in the fourth dimension, it shows itself to be like a silvery metal. It is a metal. It is a fourth dimensional metal that when it's in the third dimension, it manifests and looks like this. That's what you're looking at. And I call it dragon metal. And this is why one of the first places I talked about this was in my lecture that I did a long time ago, but I done gave out so much science on it. I don't even sell it anymore. It was called Dragon Magic 102. In Dragon Magic 102, I talked about this back in like 2020. I talked about this stone here. And for those of y'all who saw it and y'all know what it is. I gave the information out, told y'all how to work with dragons with this, and very powerful. Here's another version of. Now there's other colors of Leklai if people don't know. You know what I'm saying? There are various colors. This one, as small as it is, it cost me a lot of money. I think it was like almost $200 for this right here. And this is a Leklai, but it's more of a whitish Leklai, and it has a picture of Lord Ganesha on it. I'm trying to see if I could get it to focus here.
A little bit.
There we go. So it has Lord Ganesha on the front of it, and or actually on this side, Lord Ganesha is on this side.
Got it.
On the back of it, I believe is Shiva. So this is a whitish Leklai, very powerful. I've worn it before, and I remember when I wear it, I have some of the most intellectual conversations with people. It's like it's a conversation starter. Wow. That's the most. I don't wear it a lot because some of my amulets, I'm a collector, y'all. I got stuff that nobody never seen. I just collect it and I hold it and I wait. But another stone that goes with the Leklai I talked about on my show, on my Dragon Magic 102 was dragon eyes, which also they call them Naga stones. Wow. They call them Naga eye. Naga eye are very sacred, very powerful stones that connect to the Nagas, right? And what it is that you can find these stones inside of rocks only by certain rivers. Certain rivers, I believe in Indonesia, have these lakes or rivers that has these rocks, and when you crack open the rocks, you find these beautiful stones. That's amazing. On the inside. Huh? That's amazing. Yeah, and people call them, they had the term dragon eggs before, Naga eye. They're usually called Naga eyes. But yes, these are very powerful Naga eyes. And I found this one because it had all the colors in it. This is pretty expensive too. How much did that run about? Website. Huh? How much would that run about? Oh, I can't even remember. I bought it so long ago. You remember the website? The website you guys can go to get some authentic stuff is called It's either Old Amulet or Old World Amulet. Let me type it in real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Because
Just to make sure you
I'd
guys
like
get
to have
the
some of them. That
yeah.
looks amazing, and the energy was like, wow.
Yeah, they're very powerful. So it's called oldamulet.com.
Okay, hold on. Let me type it in. oldamulet.com. All right.
Yep.
Let me put that back up.
And these people here, they work with a lot of the monks and the actual a lot of the places in Tibet where they give these people stuff directly. They get a lot of these things directly from the temple. That's what I'm trying to say. The temples.
Yeah.
They get a lot of their stuff directly from the temples. And you can get you some real Naga eyes. You can get you some real Leklai, different types of Leklai. I'm always on here looking for something rare. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on here looking, and every once in a while they'll have something like $200-300 super rare. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I'll get that from. So you ain't like, I recently bought a and I see one of them here, but it don't look like this. But I bought a Leklai knife that was blessed to for protection. I bought that like 2 months ago. It was about maybe $400. Really, really nice on here. So yeah, y'all, they'll have the basic stuff up here you guys are looking for on oldamulet.com. Some of y'all been following me for a long time, so y'all know about this website. But every now and then, if you come on here and look, they will have some rare stuff you can find.
Is that with an S? Old Amulets or Old Amulets?
Let me see. Old Amulets with a T.
Okay.
Yep, oldamulet.com.
Okay. I got it on the ticker tape at the base.
Yep. And you'll see right on their website now, they got the Naga eye. And you can buy them in all sizes. All sizes.
And I've seen on different YouTube channels where it shows the when you have the amulet on, bulletproof, fireproof, and just tell us what your experiences have been with the Lek Lai, man. Because I saw somebody actually put a flame while they holding the Lek Lai in their hand. They had a flame up underneath their arm.
Yes. And that's true. That was 100% facts and true. But this is the thing. It has to. So Leklai can be activated by priests. Like some of the shamans and the Tibetan shamans and stuff, they have mantras and stuff that can actually activate and open up the Leklai to be more powerful than what it is.
Wow.
So Leklai naturally has protective qualities to protect you spiritually. I have worn Leklai, like I told you, I can see ghosts. I have worn Leklai, and people will, and the ghosts will walk away from me. They won't even come around. They won't even look my way when I have on Leklai. And I put it to the test. I recently took my wife last year to Galveston Beach in Texas. I live in Houston, for y'all don't know. I live in Houston, Texas. And it's an area called Galveston on the coast. And for some weird reason in Galveston, they have this graveyard, this humongous graveyard with no fences around it. And in the morning, I didn't really see a lot of dead people walking around. I saw a few standing on the sidewalks, standing by trees. But we drove through there at night, and they was all in the streets. They was walking down the street to the bars. It was all like it was party time. And, yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. It was crazy. So I told my wife, I said, I'm gonna pull over. I want to test something real quick. And I went right to pull over in the area where I saw them, because you right there on the beachfront. Like, so I saw a lot of them standing near the beach, standing there, people. So I got out and I just walked towards this group of people, and they just all started walking away.
Wow.
The spirits, the ghosts literally started leaving. And I'm gonna tell you why. What I found out Leklai has this light on it that will almost like take you, because some of these ghosts don't want to go to the fourth dimension. They don't want to go to the next round. Right. Leklai has this power on this light that will almost like put them into the next dimension.
Whoa.
That's kind of what it is. Has this light that shines off of it. That's like a light from another dimension that they don't want to go.
Stargate of a crystal or something. Huh?
It's like a Stargate crystal, exactly. So that's one level when you basically wear it, has natural spirit protection. I'm not telling y'all that when you get Leklai, it's gonna stop a bullet immediately. What I'm telling you is that if you get Leklai and you get it activated, it can stop a bullet.
Yeah, they show.
If you get it activated by these Tibetan priests, they activate these things and then they sell them, they bless them, and they say the mantras over them. And you can find some of these mantras online, by the way. They'll say the mantras over the Leklai, and then they'll put them out there and give them to the people. Those are the most powerful Leklai's, by the way. The ones that you go and you get directly out of the temple and have the monks bless them and activate them and then give them to you. Those are the most powerful Leklai's. Those are like almost like wearing a shield around your body, almost like when people get these tattoos. And something people don't know is that some of the powder, and I just found this out like a year ago, some of the powder that they're using, the monks are using to put into these tattoos called sakyants, and they put them on people's bodies. And then what happens? The monks bless it, and the tattoo activates. And once the tattoo activates, like I saw a documentary. This one guy had an axe put to his neck, and the axe broke.
Wow.
And come to find out, Leklai is one of the powders they're using. They're using the powder of Leklai mixed with some other stuff, and they tattoo it into a person's skin, and then they bless it and activate it.
That's amazing. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yes, this the magical ink they're using. Yep.
Damn.
It's called sakyants. I heard Brother Panic talk about it years ago. How person can actually get a tattoo and get it blessed. But to go a little deeper, what I found out is that they're using Leklai powder mixed with some other stuff, and then they turn it into an ink, and then they tattoo it on people's skin, and they bless it, and that's why it's able to be blessed because it's a special type of ink. And now this person, so gang members go to the Tibetan mountains, they get these tattoos, they're called sakyants. I did a class on my Patreon about it, and you can actually get your tattoo blessed, and it could block it. It'll be the best protection you ever had in your life. As long as that tattoo exists, ain't nobody bothering you.
Do you have any tattoos?
I got basic ones. I got like an unk on my arm. My auntie calls me Rocky, so I have like my Rocky on my my forearm. I have some I want to get. I keep saying I want to get them, and I haven't gotten them yet. I want to get the supremacy of God, the symbol, the African symbol, the supremacy of God, and I want to get the something called the Anabakoic, which is a very powerful spiritual prayer. I want to get that on me. So yeah. Oh, and also the Gayatri mantra.
Welcome, Lloyd Strayhorn. Lloyd, we in here talking shop, brother. Lloyd, he doesn't realize we live, but so yeah, we can't hear you. Now we hear you. Now we hear you.
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, it is an honor and a pleasure to meet Brother Yosef. I saw when you introduced me to Leklai, I saw Brother Yosef's videos. And in fact, I have 2 of them. Actually, I've got about 16 of them that I ordered, and rings and bracelets and whatnot.
Wonderful.
But
Wow.
this is amazing. And
Yes.
Hank insisted that I enjoin you, but I'd rather just listen.
Thank you for being here, brother. Thank you.
I really learned some things, man. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes, beautiful stone.
So continue. I don't know why Hank dragged me into this. But
You came in at perfect time, man, because I went and got my Leklai, and I was showing Brother Yosef and the family, because he was the one, Lloyd, that turned me on to the Leklai.
yeah, I got these.
Yes, absolutely.
I've got these.
See, we can't play.
I got about 16 of them. I got rings.
Yes. Now, have you heard of Naga Eye? I was telling him about Naga Eyes as well.
No.
Listen to this, Lloyd.
So Naga Eyes they're also called dragon eggs, and they're like fossilized. They find stones by certain rivers in Tibet. There are certain rivers, and you crack these rocks open, and these beautiful stones come out. They're called Naga Eye.
Wow.
And the people in the area believe they're connected to the actual Naga people. So these are another powerful stone that's very powerful. I think everybody should get into and grab a few of these. This is something rare I bought a while ago. I don't remember how much I paid for this, but I just gave out a website, by the way, called oldamulet.com that a person can go to get some Leklai, and they can also get some of these Naga Eyes.
Now, there's a chant that I downloaded that periodically I will play this chant, and I'll lay out all my Leklai stones, and I'll play this chant. That's the closest I can get to Tibet. You know what I'm saying? That's about the closest I can get there. But I tell you, since I have them and I wore these religiously, Hank put these together. You know, this is lapis lazuli with a magnet, and then he sealed these on. And,
wow.
And I can't go nowhere without people asking me about these. Nowhere.
Wow. What are those on the side? Leklai?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And amazing. Even when I meditate, I hold them in my hands when I meditate every morning.
Amazing, amazing, powerful, powerful.
And
wow.
things are just, and since I've had them, things have just been really interesting, amazing, Brother Yosef. I'm so sorry to interrupt you in the middle of your thing, but I says, well, when do I get in?
No, this is good, man. We chopping shop.
I
don't
want to interrupt the brother's flow.
Yo,
but I'm just saying, I know this guy only from the videos I saw. But it's nice to see you with Hank, you know?
Yes, and it's an honor to meet you too, sir. I've been watching you before I was even on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I have your books. I have everything. So powerful numerologist.
Can I get your number? Because maybe I'd like to have you on my show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good. Thank you. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Because, you know, we have to network like this. This is much, you know, this is healing for us.
Yeah.
You know, when people see three brothers chopping shop, talking shop, and Lloyd, Yosef, I don't know what his numbers are, but while I'm looking at him, he seems like like he's a Buddhist monk. And you know,
I'm born 11/11/1980.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
11/11.
Those are master numbers back to back.
Yes. So I did my numerology a long time ago, and it helped me realize more about who I was actually. When I did it years ago, I said, wow, I never understood this. It's amazing. So, yes.
Brother, I'm going to be in touch with you.
Yes, sir.
At some point over the next day or two and hook up. It'll be an honor and a pleasure. But just to, I just say, I don't know why Hank wanted me to come on because I'm glued to watching you two guys talk about this.
Yo, give us a little bit about his 11/11, Lloyd.
Well, first of all, they're master numbers. He would be a fire sign, a water sign with master number 11s. What is so interesting, if you look at his birthday, if you look at the 2, 4, 6, 8 numbers going across, 5 of them are number 1s. So 11, that's 2 1s. Another 11, that's 2 1s. Then 1980, that's another 1. So that tells me with Brother Yosef, he is born to lead or be a pioneer or, you know, those kind of things. Because the winner always comes in number 1. Well, you come in number 1 5 times according to your birthday. You know what I'm saying? And this particular year is about a year where you're laying the foundation to some very important things. It's kind of like forming a blueprint or a roadmap or something that's going to take you to the next level.
Yes,
and especially this particular month of February, you've been making some adjustments, things of that nature, rearranging things around maybe the home or counseling or stuff like that. And then it does suggest that next month you might want to go somewhere where there's the sand, the sea, and the sun to just get away from people.
Oh, he just said that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy,
Lloyd? That's crazy.
What's amazing too is that I actually have my own tribe. And this year, I'm always telling my tribe members are in here, and I'm always saying, hey, y'all, this year we laying a foundation. I'm always telling them that. Yeah. This the year we're going to make it count. We laying a foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's crazy. So, yes, that's crazy. So thank you for that insight, brother. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, so I'm going to let y'all continue because, I'm just fascinated. And Hank, thank you for insisting that I join you. It was
I appreciate it.
I was just being here. Brother Yosef. I'm saying, I know this guy.
Thank you for being here, sir. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Lloyd.
Every full moon, I lay by my window. I lay all because I bought about 16 different Lek Lai pieces. I lay them in the window. I put a little honey on it as you instructed. You know what I'm saying? I put my chant on it. And then Hank and I come up with this thing where we use these wands that are supposed to smooth the skin out, where we electrify the stones.
They seem to like it too.
Powerful.
Right, Lloyd?
Yeah.
It's a Tesla wand, Yosef. And just caress it.
Yeah, we just zap it.
Powerful. Yes.
Yeah.
But this is an honor and a pleasure. So, Hank, I'm going to leave the studio so I can focus on what Brother Yosef has to say.
Yeah. Thank you, Lloyd. This was a nice master mix.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. Pleasure to meet you.
It is an honor and a pleasure to meet you, sir. And I'll be calling you in a day or two. And thanks for giving me permission to reach out.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have a blessed day. Hank, love you much too, buddy.
Yeah, bro. Thanks so much. Yo, that was fun.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything he was saying was true. 100% true.
That's deep.
Most people don't know that about me. I'm actually I'm a tribal chief. We just bought land, so we're building on the land right now.
Wow.
We're going in. You know what I'm saying? And
down in Texas.
Down in Texas. Yep. We got land, bunch of acres, and we building and things are moving. You know what I'm saying? So this is the year I've been telling my tribe we laying the foundation this year. You know what I mean? So yes. So everything he's saying is I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, brother. Any what else? I guess that's it. We've been here on for about almost close to 2 hours, man. I want to thank you, Yosef.
Thank you, brother.
You got an open invitation whenever you want to do something, pass the word, pass the message. You got VIP access, brother.
I'm grateful, my brother. It was an honor. It's an honor. I've been watching you before I even got on YouTube from way back in the day. So I'm grateful, brother. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for inviting me on. I'm grateful to have the elders acknowledge me, and I'm just grateful to be part of the community and to help people. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for inviting me on to share some information.
I want to say that the part of out of body travel, I've met people that are proficient at it. Some, very noble, and some that's not so noble, and how they deal with, they think beyond the body. And I think it's such an admirable level of awareness, whether it's used for personal agendas or beyond, because to think that you're only the body, I think is such a diss to your divinity. And before we close, could you share with the audience the importance of knowing you more than your body?
Absolutely. And we have to understand that we are divine consciousness having a human experience. You're already perfect, family. You're already perfect. The thing is, you have amnesia. That's all. Yeah. You don't remember who you are.
Yeah.
We came here as part of the contract we signed to remember. And while we're remembering, we're learning. I think that's one of the biggest things that people, if I've ever been attacked before, it's been attacks from like people who are big into like the vegans and the vegetarians, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Brother Yosef is a big guy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm never going to down people for being healthy. Health is wealth, period, point blank. But I think some people are weirded out about me because I'm such a big guy and I claim to have all the spiritual energy and do all the spiritual stuff. How can he do that? He don't. First of all, people don't know what I eat, right? But I'm all about health. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm the most healthy person in the world. Thank God I have no illnesses or anything. Yeah. But I'm never going to down vegans or vegetarians. But they should attack me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because they couldn't understand how I'm not as spiritual as him. And I eat vegetables every day. You know what I'm saying? And so this is where I'm going with it. I tell people, it ain't just about you eating vegetables. It's not just about your body. You are more than your body. Yes. You are a soul, a divine soul having a human experience.
Yes.
So if you can understand from the soul level, this is what got me past thinking all about black. I started accepting all races because outside the body, I started realizing I can judge a person by what type of soul they are, not by your skin complexion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
So we are all putting on we all wearing one of these in the higher realms. We all wearing one of these VR headsets in the higher realms. And we are down here playing the game. It's a game. This is why you can't die.
Yeah.
That's why nobody ever dies. You just transition from one stage to the next stage of the game. And we are all here to learn something, and then we go back home when it's time.
Right.
That's always, I want to encourage everybody to understand you already perfect. But you just have to live inside that divinity. How do you do that? Well, it's just something I teach my tribe, and it's something I wrote about in the Way of Radiance about the Eightfold Path in Buddhism. Eightfold Path in Buddhism is something that I follow, and it helped me get over depression. It helped me get over anxiety. It helped me get over suicidal thoughts. I was all that. I was suicidal, wanted to commit suicide. I was messed up, y'all. When I got into spirituality, I got into Taoism first, and then I started getting into Buddhism. And I'm not a Buddhist, but I'm saying like I studied some of their principles. And the Eightfold Path, it was hard for me at the beginning. It was so hard. And I realized it's not meant for me to master. What it was meant for me to do is to learn it, and learn it's teaching me how to walk upright. And the Buddha said, if you follow this Eightfold Path, you can reach enlightenment. So what it does, I found out, it gets your mind, you get an enlightened mind. it changes your mindset to a more enlightened mind. And this is what I challenge people to do. If you're struggling to tap into your divinity and who you really are, you got to change your mind first. And the Eightfold Path in Buddhism is one of those things that can help you. So I wanted to say that you're divine, family. You are divine.
Yosef, I want to share this creation. It's called Y Power supplement, and it's edible orgone. Let me type it in, family.
Powerful.
And you can experiment with it, Yosef. You could experiment with it. Check out the testimonies. Special acknowledgement to Y Power Man because he wants to remain anonymous and he's watching the show. But it's literally edible orgone.
Wow. YPowerSupplements.com. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, check it out. And then look at the testimonies.
Okay.
All right. And then family, also check out, because we got to stay healthy down here. Herbal results .net. Okay. Let me put that ad banner. This is some amazing stuff right here, Brother Yosef. In case any critters does rise up, family, read and look at the testimonies on this website. The brother is a master herbalist. He's an attorney, and he's also a published author like yourself, and he has testimonies on the site. So it's better to have and not need than need and not have. So between these two, I recommend tapping in, and you can look at it later, because we want to make sure we stay optimized. And the most important thing that you just said, because I see a lot of vegetarians, and Bobby Hemmett said this. He said he hasn't met any 100-year-old vegetarians. Now, whether that's true or not, I just know that a lot of times they look at my plate and say, what you eating? Like they missing something.
Yeah.
and we had a brother on named Tamedia, and he said the missing element in being a vegetarian is the multiple types of edible mushrooms. He said before the Great Flood, we were eating mushrooms equally as we was eating vegetables. So that's something to look into, because the vegetarians that we got in our community, Brother Yosef, they don't look too good. I am not impressed.
I feel you, brother. Man. I feel you, And shout out to the vegetarians. I love y'all, man.
We love you, but you got to take it up a notch.
Right,
you got to take it. You got to go into the mushrooms. I didn't say shrooms. I said mushrooms. So we're talking about reishi, turkey tail, all cordyceps. It's the missing side of the vegetarian coin. And
there's a brother that that he's been on your channel before. I've seen him. He's actually in my tribe. I don't know what people call him around him, but we call him Brother Suncloud. And he's a young brother. He sells herbs and stuff like that. He's been in Nicholas Brooklyn, and he's done videos with you before. And this young brother, we brought him to the land. He's actually our land manager. Wow. He's a young brother too. And he came out, and the first time he came out to the land, he found chaga mushrooms on my land, and he found reishi mushrooms. And I knew, and those are long life mushrooms. You know what I mean? So I knew right away. I said, this is a good sign right here. You know what I'm saying? Right away. So very powerful. And I want to say something else I saw in the comments. Somebody said that I only allow married couples in my tribe. That's not true.
Who said that? Man, I saw a rumor in a hot minute.
It's okay. They probably don't understand. I just want to clarify it. Only married couples can live on the land, is what I said. Only married couples can live on the land. But in a tribe, we have people who are single. And you can come to the land. You can even stay the night, hang out on the land. That's your family. But when people come to our land in the future, we want to have families on the land. So we want families, and we don't want a bunch of single people. Y'all know how that go. Grown folk, babies popping up. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of young people on the land, somebody gonna get pregnant. And it's cool, but you know what I'm saying? Brother Yosef don't got the heart to kick babies off the land. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be a godfather to a bunch of babies. You know what I mean? So just to be respectful and to be responsible, we're going to say only married couples can live on the land. but all tribal members have access to the land.
Well,
So
brother,
I just wanted to say that so people understand. You know what I'm
I gotta
saying?
say something else, Brother Yosef.
Yes.
The women don't know how to be women, and the men don't know how to be men because they haven't been through rites of passage. And the only thing they have is when they come from adolescence or into puberty or whichever way it's going, all they have is the biological urge, but the women haven't been taught by their mothers knowing how to be nurturing, how to be, and the men don't know how to be men.
So true, my brother. So true. And
how you gonna do that, brother? What you got?
In my tribe, I wrote books to create a new culture for us because I recognized my people needed culture, and we needed to create something that could bring value and culture. So I wrote the CTR Codex, which is only for the tribe. It tells you the history of our tribe and the things we believe in. But the first book I wrote was called The Divine Program of the Kyoto Salagi. This book here is our principles. We believe women in our tribe should live a certain way. They should act a certain way. They should be in their divine feminine energy. We believe the men should be a certain way in the tribe. And, you know, people follow the rules and some people don't. And for those who don't, we kick them out. You know what I'm saying? But we have no problem with single people joining the tribe now. Let me say this. Mental people with mental illness, you can't join the tribe. If you're into the LBGT, because of our tribal culture and our practices, you can't join the tribe. And then sometimes we do interviews now. If I read that a person's energy is not right and the council votes that this person can't join the tribe, you can't join the tribe. So I want people to know, just because you sign up doesn't mean you can join. We have to read your energy. We have to make sure you're a good person because we had a lot of bad people join. It's going to keep it real. And I had the Brother Yosef and Pete, my tribe will tell you, I'm not Brother Yosef in my tribe. I'm Chief Nawadi. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot. We get a lot of the wrong people that try to join. But the few good people, we keep them in. They help us grow, and I'm grateful for all of them.
Brother Yosef, that's powerful. And I want to share what John Harris, he's an ancestor now, taught us or shared with us when we went on his retreats. And he would create what he called the circle of it was like the circle of knowledge. I forgot what he used a certain phrase, but it was we create a circle with people sitting in chairs in the dark with their back to the center. And you being the chief, you would bring in a person. Only you would know who the person is coming into the center of the circle. And people would give the person a reading based on their energy without knowing who it is, except you and the person in the middle. Circle of truth. That's what it was.
Wow.
John Harris called it circle of truth. So maybe you can take that and, you know, reignite it. A circle of truth. You create a circle with the chairs facing away from the backs of the chairs facing the center of the circle. Darkened room, dark as possible, and you be the facilitator saying, okay, come on in here. Let's, you know, maybe that could be part of the screening where, you know, I've seen readings that were profound, and some people don't want to get in the center. Like they know their stuff is funky, and they didn't. No, I don't want to go in it. You know, that's one of the indigenous tools of antiquity. Circle of truth.
Powerful.
That's what it was called.
Powerful.
Circle of truth.
I'm gonna research that, brother.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you so
Go
much.
ahead. Have fun with that, because I know you a scientist, priest. Family, he's a priest scientist. You know, you probably rolled all around Atlantis and Lemuria. And God only knows what else, man.
My first past life regression was actually in Atlantis. I actually still remember that like it was yesterday.
Wow.
Me and my wife has been together in multiple lifetimes. We're not twin flames. I know some people believe that everybody's a twin flame. This is not true. I mean, I don't want to debate nobody on it, but twin flames are rare. There are two people that come to do a specific job on Earth, and they're so rare until there's government organizations that actually watch these people. You know what I'm saying? So that's rare. But when it comes to soulmates, everybody has a soulmate. And this soulmate, y'all help each other move forward, and y'all meant for each other. It's heaven sent. But twin flames, I have people who break up and make up tell me they twin flames. You not know twin flame. Twin flames don't break up. Soulmates can go back and forth. They can break up and stay together. But they always gonna stay together, true soulmates. But twin flames, they never separate. They have the same mindset. They both want to see each other grow, and they have a divine destiny. And that's a rare group. It's probably only 100 twin flames on the planet at any given time. Out of billions of people, it's probably only 100 of them.
Wow, that's interesting. I done gave up on that soulmate twin flame action because, I think America does a number to the miseducation. Carter G. Woodson, miseducation of the Negro, because we haven't been, this whole alphabet city. We're gonna have to go back to the basics. There's a male and there's a female, but while you incarnated, you got to, follow the incarnation path. Don't try to make yourself something, like a hybrid. What's going to happen with the future generations? Stay focused on what we're born to do. So
yes,
yeah, much blessings on your tribal frequencies, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, man. We got to do this again. This was fun.
Yes, it was wonderful. I had a great time, brother. I had more fun than I thought I would. I wasn't expecting to have a good time on here. I had a really good time.
I had a feeling we was going to have a party, brother. It was a party. And a packed house like that. Family, like, subscribe, share. And Brother Yosef, you're welcome to come back anytime, Chief. I'm going to call you Chief Yosef from now on, man.
You ain't got to do that.
Yo, Chief, you know what? We don't give each other enough accolades, brother. We don't give each other enough accolades.
I have a hard time with I'm Brother Yosef. You know what I'm saying? My tribe, inside the tribe, they have to call me Chief because there's a ranking order. We have community leaders. We have tribal marshals. So everybody has to get called by their titles. And so in the tribe, that's necessary. But outside the tribe, I'm grateful if people want to, but I'm Brother Yosef.
Okay, Brother Yosef, but you also got that kahuna energy on you, brother. Have you ever had a past life memory being in Hawaii?
Not really, but it's funny. I just went to Hawaii last year for the first time, and I felt at home.
Me too.
Home. Man, I felt at home, man.
I felt at home more than anywhere else.
I never felt Mother Earth so powerful than when I went to Hawaii. She was there. She was there. And one of the most beautiful things I saw, we used to go to dinner at night on an island, and thousands of cats would come from the lava fields. And I'm like, why? And so we get out the van, there's little baby cats running over my feet. Thousands of cats, all colors. They come from the lava fields at night, and just people feed them. Wow. It's weird. But it was one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced. Baby cats this big, newborn cats following their parent, and big cats. They all just come to the whole market and just people feed them and give them food and stuff. It was one of the most amazing things that I ever saw. But it felt like home for sure.
It felt like home when I was in Molokai, bro. Island of Molokai. It felt like home.
Yes.
And I saw people that I never met before, and it felt kindred energies. It's like, I know you, but I don't know you because it's my first time here. Yeah, but I think you got some of that kahuna energy with you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man. We're going to wrap it up. This was awesome, bro.
Yes, it was.
Peace and
blessings. Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah. Family, thank you for joining us. Watch again and again because there's a lot of gems he dropped. Peace out.
Peace out, family. Thank you.